Funding for this CyberWire Word Notes podcast is made possible by KnowBe4, the experts in social engineering and the pioneers in new school security awareness training.
The word is PUP. Spelled P for potentially, U for unwanted, and P for programs. Definition: a software program installed unintentionally by a user that typically performs tasks not asked for by the installer. Example sentence: when Kevin installed that cool new game, he didn't know that he was also installing a PUP. Origin and context. PUPs aren't inherently malicious, but may have unwanted or undesirable effects, which could include adware, browser extensions and toolbars, and software that collects information. PUPs are frequently bundled into the installation process of a legitimate software program that the user intended to download. Malwarebytes explains that PUPs are distinguished from malware because the user technically consents to downloading them in the same sense that someone can agree to a privacy policy without actually reading it. However, PUPs can perform some of the same actions as malware. YouTuber Brighttech notes that Microsoft now blocks low-reputation applications associated with PUPs by default in Windows 10 and Windows 11. Nerd reference. Sydney Butler is a writer and YouTube broadcaster for the online Tech Tips magazine. He had this to say about potentially unwanted programs.
Despite its cute name, having a PUP on your computer isn't fun. Potentially unwanted programs, also known as PUAs or potentially unwanted apps, tread a fine line between being an annoyance and straight-up malware. But anything installed on your computer without your express knowledge is a problem. In general, a PUP is any piece of software that gets installed on your computer without your knowledge, that does something you don't know about even if you did install it knowingly, and generally makes changes or takes an action you wouldn't want. This makes PUPs different from malicious software such as Trojans, viruses, or ransomware. Typically, the installation process for the other software will use an opt-in approach, where the option to install the PUP is already ticked on the installation wizard. Sneaky. This relies on users simply clicking next until the installation completes instead of reading the fine print. Next thing you know, there's a brand new PUP on your system, making your life miserable in some annoying way.
Word Notes is written by Tim Nodar, executive produced by Peter Kilpie, and edited by John Petrick and me, Rick Howard. The mix, sound design, and original music have all been crafted by the ridiculously talented Elliot Peltzman. Thanks for listening.
Thanks to our sponsor KnowBe4 for making this episode of Word Notes possible. Users are the last line of defense in keeping organizations safe from cyber attacks, and it's critical to keep them trained and on their toes with security top of mind. The team at KnowBe4 are the social engineering experts and pioneers of new school security awareness training. They've got the world's largest training library, and its content is always fresh. KnowBe4 delivers interactive, engaging training on demand. It's done through the browser and supplemented with frequent, simulated social engineering attacks by email, phone, and text. Learn more at knowbe4.com. That's KNOWBE, 4.com.